Okay, let me make sure that we are live because I don't know what that thing gave me a fucking error for. But if we are live, welcome everybody. Okay, yeah, it says okay. I'm just double checking. How's it going, everybody? Okay, so before we start this, I'm gonna say, hope everyone's having a wonderful Saturday. Mine's is a little cloudy. First, I thought it was gonna rain, but it didn't. But it looks like it's. But okay, so I want to cover this topic for today. And this is a topic over a video on the Body Cam Zone channel over a road rage of a female against a white. And clearly enough, because of the political zeitgeist, it has, the movement of black fatigue within the comment section. So I want to make this abundantly clear before we go any further. You can hate niggas without joining this digital movement. And that's what it is. It's a digital movement. By joining this movement of black fatigue, and I do not give two shits in a solid fuck how many conversations that you show me of cordial conversations of black conservatives talking about the issues and problems within the black community. I'm abundantly aware of that. However, no one wants to talk about the comment section of most of these videos. They either talk about black fatigue or in videos where there are some racial disparities. And I said this before and I'll say it again. You can have the opinion that you don't like niggas without joining this movement. And there's a reason why. It has the same behavioral reinforcements in terms of outcome like Black Lives Matter. And that outcome is you must agree to everything we say, even if we're wrong. And if you do not agree with us, you are an enemy to the movement. You are a lesser than. In terms of Black Lives Matter, we all have a history of this. We all have recordings of this. If you don't follow what they say, you're a racist, a bigot, a neo-Nazi, a white supremacist, an Uncle Tom, a coon, spook, pet nigger, so on and so forth. Well, it seems like the black fatigue movement is saying, well, you know what? We need to do the exact same thing too. And I'm not talking about everyone. Okay, I want to make this abundantly clear because there's clearly two different types of sects or sectors within this movement. There are the ones who understand what woke is, and then there's the people who don't understand what woke is. And you can basically determine this based on what anti-woke channels people follow. If they follow anti-woke channels that do not under no circumstance substantiate the political ideology that is within woke and has the balls to say what it is, such as Marxist, socialist, or communist, or fascist. And they are constantly looking at the other side and saying they shouldn't have that. We should do the same thing too. The aristocratic utensils of the world. They are in fact white nationalists because they are saying we need to appropriate the fascistic power and use it for ourselves. Because there's no way for you to fight fascistic power without fascistic power. They are quite literally saying that. So I don't want to see anyone in the comment section or chat talking about, but where's the burning buildings and where's the dead children? And no. Because there were no burning buildings and dead children when BLM first was erected. There was a lot of burning buildings in 2020. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and ignore that, but not when it first was created. And to say that these people do not want some form of similar political clapback is being very disingenuous. Now, for the people that actually understand what woke is, clearly you and I do not have any beef. Whether you be black, white, Latino, Asian, don't matter. You know what it is, I know it. And yet, for some reason, those same behavioral patterns are somehow on the other side, despite the fact that they're saying, well, that's not us. And if you say that's us, it's like, no. Let me show you something. Let's do a new one. So let's say I said, I'm going to type it out. Woke is bad due to the political since woke is bad, but we claim to be against woke, despite the fact not knowing what woke is. I'm going to alarm. I was like, where's the fucking fun at? Jesus, my eyes are getting bad. Do I need it bigger than that? Okay, what the hell? I was like, where did everything I just said go? Okay, now it's showing it. Okay, that's good. Woke is bad. The left is doing woke. We are against woke. Despite the fact we do not know what woke is. But in order to fight the woke, we must be anti-woke. And to be anti-woke, you must be willing to appropriate woke ideas. Now, replace woke, which is Marxist, socialist, communist. In terms of its core beliefs, it's race nationalist, it's race focused. Replace white with white supremacist. White supremacy is bad. The left is doing white supremacy. We are against white supremacy, despite the fact we do not know what white supremacy is in terms of political ideology. But in order to fight white supremacy, we must be anti-white supremacy. It's not enough for you to be against racism, you must be anti-racist, which is what? The left's code word of saying you must be racist. And to be against white supremacy, you must be willing to appropriate white supremacist ideas. It is the same fucking thing. It is the right wing's version of saying it is not enough for you to be against woke, you must be anti-woke. Meaning you must be woke in order for you to fight woke. You must be able to be a race collectivist in order for you to fight race collectivism. How's it going, Jay? So now that I've already put all that down to the put all that aside, let's go ahead and get into the video because I also got some plans that I want to do with my nieces today. So we're going to be discussing quick about a video of a video that happened on the channel The Body Cam Zone of a white black conflict. Everybody in the comment section is already showing that they're siding in terms of not based on what is said, but based on skin color, and they are making that claim. And I hope you guys like my meme over here. You probably can't see it, but basically it's black fatigue on the left and then Black Lives Matter on the right, and they both say, if you disagree with us, then you're a nigger. And at the bottom is like, my God, you're both niggers. Matter of fact, let's go ahead. Boom. I want everybody to understand my fucking position here. I don't want no one thinking otherwise. Because I already had one person unsubscribe for me. And that's good. Because I don't need any dumbass motherfuckers in my subscription. I want people who are open to nuance. Because I am open to nuance. So basically, this is a video of some road rage. I'm pretty sure a lot of us have all been through that. Black woman ends up cutting him off on her way to pick up her boyfriend from work. White dude gets angry, flips her the bird. Black woman gets angry, throws some speakers at him. From what I know, because both sides are telling like two entirely different stories. And then he stops, gets out, says he's calling 911. By his story, he's saying she got mad and tried to run him over. And then he ended up on her windshield, which then he cut himself on her windshield wipers, which is why he was bleeding on his fingers. And that's when he got into his car and started driving off and called the cops. And then apparently she was also throwing things at him as he was driving off. Then the lady's story was she cut him off. He flipped her the bird. She said, fuck you and some things. He steps out. By her admission, she says he said nigger, nigger, nigger. And I know a lot of people are thinking, oh, race car, race car, race car. However, considering your side of black fatigue, you can no longer use that as your excuse because there's too many videos of you all collectively, as a collective, as a movement, have been saying, if they act like that, call them that. So you cannot, under no circumstances, use the race card as a narrative to debunk people anymore. But apparently, based on her accusations, she's saying that he said nigger, nigger, nigger. I don't have any proof of that. But later on in the video, there are some things that actually kind of weigh that on her side, as opposed to him being the one in truth. And she says, he got mad, ends up punching her in the face. She's grabbing his shirt. Because, woman, man, that's the only thing she can do at that point, just grab his shirt. And he's just wailing down on her. And then he gets in the car, leaves, and that's when you start hearing the police call at the beginning. And when it comes to the police call, I'm not going to lie, this guy does sound kind of like a bitch. And let me make this abundantly clear. If you're going to put your hands on a woman, for Christ's sakes, be ready to put your hands on her. He can sit there and be like, I understand. Under no circumstances, you're not allowed to hit a woman. And then they'll go, and then the people in the comment section who are clearly white nationalists will say, well, that's not a woman. And I'm pretty sure they'll look at a child and say that's not a child and justify pedophilia. But that's another time for the story. The police, they end up driving to the police station. They end up having that altercation there. The boyfriend ends up getting a ride by a coworker to show up at the police station, and then he ends up like walking up behind the dude. And a lot of people say he sucker punched the dude. And I'm like, no, sucker punch would imply you did not see that shit coming. The Mr. Moneypenny actually did see him coming. He just did not care. Because the whole time he's constantly looking back and he sees the guy walking towards him. He sees him walking towards him. And he's just constantly looking back as he's walking towards him. And then he throws the punch. That was not a sucker punch. And this is proof, even more proof, that the white people in this comment section can also be just as much as a professional victim as black people. But my opinion on this whole thing is, despite the fact both sides lied in a way, the black woman was still telling the truth in terms of the white guy incriminating himself more based on his actions after everything that took place. And we're going to see that later on.
On August 23rd,
Oops, hold on. I forgot to put the audio to my mixing. There we go.
23, an independent witness called 911 to report a violent road rage incident.
Akron 911, what's the location of your emergency?
Well, these two guys were fist fighting at the intersection here, and the one ran into the other one. Now, I've got to make a left-hand turn. I'm in a wheelchair van, but...
And they took off already?
Yeah,
right.
they were swinging fists, and the other guy ran right into the other guy with the car. So, now they just both got in their cars, and they're northbound on 93, the last I saw them.
Very shortly after,
okay,
the individual
so,
who was hit...
Let me pause. This was a call from one of the witnesses.
On August 23rd, 2023, an independent witness called 911 to report a violent road rage incident.
Akron 911, what's the location of your emergency?
Well, these two guys were fist fighting at the intersection here.
So it's two guys fighting at the intersection. So the guy was already there.
Here, and the one ran into the other one. Now, I've got to make a left-hand turn. I'm in a wheelchair van, but...
And they took off already?
Yeah,
right.
they were swinging fists, and the other guy ran right into the other guy with the car. So, now they just both got in their cars, and they're northbound on 93, the last I saw them.
Very shortly after.
So then I wonder, who was the driver? Was it the guy or was it the girl? Because this doesn't make any sense. Like, hold on.
The individual who was hit with the car, later identified as Mr. Moneypenny, will make a call to 911 to explain what happened. This call is a 23-minute call condensed down to 3 minutes. He will claim he was cut off by Ms. Lewis in a single lane, and later will flick her off when the...
And then it's already bad enough that they reduced the 911 call to like 3 minutes. So we're missing a lot of detail from that call. When the single lane turns to multiple? Wait, what? Summary of Mr. Money's story. When the single lane turns to multiple.
Single lane turns to multiple. Next, Ms. Lewis will...
I don't understand. What the fuck does that mean?
Follow him off the exit ramp and throw a speaker at his car. It is at this point, Mr. Moneypenny gets out of the car and says he will call the police. As soon as police are mentioned, Ms. Lewis drives into him, and he is stuck on the car and is forced to defend himself by punching her in the face. During this 911 call, you can clearly hear something thrown at his car on the way to the police station, and Ms. Lewis and her baby daddy are actively trying to get Mr. Moneypenny to stop.
Akron 911, what's the location?
I don't think this is a I don't think this is a professional police video channel, because typically and this does sound like one of those AI voices. No one professionally in this scene says baby dad, especially these type of videos. So I think this is a Groyper channel under the, well, I could be wrong with that, but I'll be nice because I don't have too much evidence to actually substantiate that. But it is kind of weird. Like, it's already clear that this is not a professional police cam channel because none of those channels say baby dad. Like, none of them.
And her baby daddy are actively trying to get Mr. Moneypenny
So
to
it's
stop.
clearly out of
After
character.
911, what's the location of your emergency?
Hi, there's this car following me. I got in a little road rage incident. She threw something at my car. I got out, said I was going to call the cops. She tried running me over with her car a couple times, punched her in her face, and now she's following me. Woo!
Okay, I mean, is he still following you?
Yeah, as of right now, she is.
Okay, so just start driving to the...
Okay, so something doesn't make any sense. The witness says it's two dudes fighting. Right? But then he's calling and he's saying that he got into an altercation with a woman. So already we're dealing with like two entirely different stories. The witness says it's two dudes. Another person says, this person saying it's him with an altercation with a woman. So I'm wondering, was there a third person involved? And I'm not talking about the woman's boyfriend. I'm talking about like an entirely different third person that was throwing fists with this person.
The police station.
Okay.
Because you guys are moving right now, so I mean, we can't. I can't have an officer trying to chase you guys down. Okay. So
Like, I mean, I know I shouldn't have hit her, but when she tried running me over with the car, that was just my instinct to fucking deck her. Oh, no, okay.
What?
She really had some dude trying to follow up and beat my ass. He just got...
And this is the part where I say he does kind of sound like a bitch. He's upset at the fact that she got a dude to follow him.
down the road trying to get me to stop.
Okay, so there's somebody else?
Yeah, she...
Okay, sir, I need you to come. Where are you now?
Like, literally, all that happened was I was coming down to one lane on the highway, and she drives all the way up, cuts me off, so naturally I flick her off. Right? I mean, that's a natural reaction.
Okay.
And then she follows me off my expressway and throws a speaker at my car. So I just hop out and say, all right, I'm calling the cops. And then she tried running me over with a car. Like, don't cut somebody off, get flicked off, and take offense to it.
Why not just use your cell phone or just jot down her fucking license plate instead of being a Karen and telling the person directly what you're going to do, which would then more than likely piss the person. Just saying.
Now, I'm just curious. Her trying to run me over with a car, that would be attempted murder, right?
I'm not sure how. I think it's like vehicular something.
And see, this is the part where I say something's not right because he's constantly trying to get affirmation from either A, the 911 caller, the dispatcher, who aren't necessarily like savvy in law, or he's trying to get affirmation from the police officer. And that's later on in the video.
Hit you with the vehicle at all, or?
Oh, yeah, she did out on top of the hood.
Okay, now in the call, he's saying he's on top of the hood. But later on, he's going to say, well, I wasn't on the hood, I was on the windshield. And that's how he cut his finger with the windshield wiper. So now his story already sounds kind of fucked up.
And that's why I started punching her, is when I was on the windshield and I slid down.
See? He's on the wood. He's on the hood. Now he's on the windshield.
And that's why I started punching her, is when I was on the windshield and I slid down, I started decking her. Like, what the fuck is your fucking problem? 28 years old, I've never once had to deal with some shit like this. And, like, trust me, I'm 100% in guys should not hit women. I've always believed that. I've always been that way.
Right.
But sometimes getting hit with a fucking car just made me fucking hit one finally.
And I understand that. So I want to make it abundantly clear. I am not one of those type of guys that say just because a woman is hitting you to the point to where your life is in danger, you are not allowed to hit. I am not saying. The problem here is I don't know if he's telling the truth or not. And even I don't even know if she's telling. But the problem with his story is that his story does not make any sense, especially the conclusion of what he actually does.
Am I in the wrong for that?
I mean, I can't judge based off of one situation or the other.
And I might possibly need some medical attention too.
Okay, what's going on?
When I was on top of her hood, my finger got trapped inside a wiper that was moving, and it's been bleeding pretty bad.
Okay.
Ever since.
Wait, how do you get your fingers cut by the wipers if you're on the hood of the car? I mean, I could be kind of like asking too much for like specific information, especially considering the fact this guy probably got hit by the car. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, I was just fine going with my day. You know, I flicked her off, she flicked me off, cussed me out, whatever. And then you're gonna throw something at my car? And then she didn't like the fact that I was saying I'm calling 911 and tried running me over. Like, really? Oh, she's throwing more shit at my car. I don't know if you heard that.
Oh, she threw something else?
Yep.
So,
Oh, she's throwing more shit at my car. I don't know if you heard that. Running me over. Like, really? Oh, she's throwing more shit at my car. I don't know if you heard that.
oh,
That sounds like
something
something
else?
being thrown.
Yep. So, she almost hit a car being a dumbass. Dumb bitch.
What happened?
Oh, nothing. She was trying to get me to hit in one spot.
Okay, so she's still back at the light?
No, she's behind me again.
Okay.
So should I just pull in? Like, what's I pulling at?
If you pull right in front of the police station.
Should I, like, double park?
Yeah, you just pull right up into the front.
So should I just
see
stand
an
in my car?
officer out there?
I do not.
Hold on one moment.
Oh, yep.
You see one?
Yep. I'm approaching him now.
Okay.
It is very
Okay, so let me go ahead and make this point clear. Her chasing him down like that, and it sounds like, yeah, she was about to get a lot of other people in danger based on her actions and road rage. Which, again, this is the outcome of road rage here. That's a big no-no. But she didn't hit anybody, but that's something that's like, that shouldn't be tolerated too at the same time.
quickly Mr. Moneypenny will realize getting out of the car was a grave mistake. It is later revealed that there was a complete failure between the officer and dispatch, that this was an active road rage incident being routed to the station. This 59-year-old officer, who is in the process of retiring, is not ready for what is about to happen.
Good. What's going on?
So, she cut me off in traffic on the highway.
Okay.
And you can see right here, his shirt's like clearly torn. So more than likely, yes, he has touched her to the point to where there was a physical altercation, and her only defense is to grab his shirt.
What's going on?
So, she cut me off in traffic on the highway.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, it's raining now, so I need to get this done. So she cut you off, and what happened?
I flipped her off. Should have been the end of it, right? She follows me off the expressway, throws a speaker at my car. So I get out, and I'm like, all right, I'm calling the cops. And she starts running.
Tell the police you put your hands on.
I'm sorry. That's never gonna stop being funny. I'm sorry. That's never gonna stop being fun. But let me make a point right here real quick. A lot of people in the comment section are saying that was a sucker punch. Hold up. See, they're one of the new comments. Yep, here it is. Weak sucker punch. Black guy is in charge for sucker punching that guy in front of the police officer. It doesn't matter what the situation is. If an assault is witnessed by an officer, they are required to arrest and charge him. What is the excuse for not charging him? Oh, the excuse is in the video. You just didn't watch it, and we're about to see that real quick. after this. But yeah, let me show you why this is not a sucker punch.
Speaker at my car. So I get out and I'm like, all right, I'm calling the cops. And she
He sees him. His head is turned.
starts running.
He still sees him. He saw him coming.
Goes to speaker at my car. So I get out and I'm like, all right, I'm calling the cops. And
Boom. Sucker punch would imply you do not know that this person is coming towards you at all, and then something hits you in the back of your head. He was alerted that this person, that he is coming towards him, ready to slug the fuck out of him. And considering the fact that he hit a woman, you should know for a fact, and he already knows. He already knows for a fact. Someone is there to beat your fucking ass. So that wasn't a sucker punch. That was you thinking you were safe because you was in front of a police officer.
she starts running.
Tell the police you put your hands on her. You ain't tell the police you put your hands on her.
Hey!
You ain't tell the police you put your hands on her.
Hey, send me some back up here now. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Watch out.
Please don't do it. I'm sorry, please. No, please. Put that. Are you on the ground? Are you on the ground?
Oh, what are you doing?
Please. No, please. Put that.
Now that was actually dangerous because I don't know.
And she starts running.
Both of these guys could actually get like.
You ain't tell the police you put your hands on her.
Hey!
You ain't tell the police you put your hands on her.
Hey, send me some back up here now. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Watch out.
Please don't do it. I'm sorry, please. No, please. Put that. Are you on the ground? Are you on the ground? Get on the ground. 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 Anybody got handcuffs, Dad? You're under arrest. You're under arrest. You get in your car. You got him?
This man literally punched me in my face on the side of the highway.
You got that on video?
Yes, it's on video. That's why his shirt is like that. My lip.
Okay.
He cut me off on the highway and rubber. And then I got on the side of him. He threw something at the car. Wait, the iPad getting wet. Caleb didn't do nothing. Hold on, wait, this man, I don't know my street.
Okay.
Wait, wait. And then I got on the side of him. He threw something at the car. Wait.
Okay, now she's saying he threw something at the car. But I don't have any video proof of that. And then that sound could have been just about anything. So one is saying he threw something at her car, and he's saying she threw something at his car. I don't have any proof of that, so I'm going to completely dismiss that. I don't give two shits in the solid fuck was on that 911 call, because that could have been him throwing something out that damn car himself.
Wait, the iPad getting wet. Caleb didn't do nothing. Hold on, wait, this man, I don't know my street.
Okay.
Wait, this man punched me all in my mouth at the highway. Go have highway cameras.
Oh, and another thing I also wanted to point it out too. If he was bleeding on this woman's car, that evidence is washed away. So, yeah.
This right here. This when he was walking away from my car. I said, I'm recording you. I'm recording. This was at 319. It's now 348.
Okay. This is at the station, right? Or where did this happen
This
at?
happened right where we was getting off at. That's at the BP. That's where it happened at. That's where the cameras are at.
Okay.
Right there. I don't know my streets that well. I was picking him up from work. He cut me off in the middle of the street.
Okay.
Okay, so she has a video, but it's not really showing anything. I mean,
I'm recording. This was at 319. It's now 340.
it's showing her picking it up.
This when he was.
It shows him clearly outside of his car, going back into his car. But the problem that I have with cell phone footage is it doesn't record everything that happens. It records everything within the heat of the moment. It records the falling action, but it barely records the expedition, the rising action, and the climax. So while she has video evidence, I don't think it's sufficient enough.
I said, I'm recording you. I'm recording. This was at 319. It's now 348.
Okay. This is at the station, right? Where did this happen
This
at?
happened right where we were getting off at. That's at the BP. That's where it happened at. That's where the cameras are at.
Okay.
Right there. I don't know my streets that well. I was picking him up from work. He cut me off in the middle of the street. I was
Okay.
like, I stopped right here. This man got this highway camera. This man got out of the car. Literally, he punched the out of me. He started punching on me. That's why his shirt is ripped up. All I could do was grab his shirt. It's a big ass man.
Okay.
It's his highway camera. That's all.
So the weird thing is, again, based off that witness call, the witness said it was two dudes fighting each other, got out and fought each other. But then her story is the dude got out and punched punched her. Now, what a lot of people are not taking into consideration is, political zeitgeist and racial tensions. The witness can lie too, simply because the other person was black.
I'm saying I don't have to lie.
Okay.
That
so
is a
where's this
possibility.
BP at? Is it on Coffee Road or
No, it's the BP. That's Manchester.
on Manchester Road?
Yes.
Okay, off of Wilbeth or something like that?
Yeah, but it's
Okay.
the highway before that. So it's a highway before that, right before the Massillon one.
Okay. Okay.
I just want him to be okay.
Well, he's under arrest. There's no doubt, because
But why?
he just assaulted this guy right in front of
He
me.
assaulted me. Why isn't he under arrest? Why is it? You're a liar. It's all in video.
Be quiet. Be quiet.
Oh my God.
Your boyfriend's under arrest right now for that, okay? We're going to deal with what happened before, okay?
That's why I told him not to do nothing up here, bro.
Well,
And a lot of people in the comment section was also complaining that the video was censored. I'm like, the reason why they want the video censored was because they want her information so they could dox her.
that's smart.
Yeah, I did.
There you go.
So this happened in the BP? Was
No,
it in the,
it's not the BP. It's the highway before the BP. I do not know. It's right the highway before that.
And the funny thing is, the only reason why we even know the white guy's name is the channel is clearly taking sides.
Okay.
He cut me. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. No.
Okay.
He just need to stop talking to me. This man literally got out of his car. My window was open. And this man punched me right there.
Over there, underneath the overhang, so that they're not yawning at each other all night. Yeah, there's no point in talking over everybody else right now, you know what I mean?
Did you hear a call go out at 77 East or something?
With her?
Supposedly, over here on the other place, yeah.
And then,
He said he admitted to that. He cut her off, and then he flicked her off. She's saying that he got out of the car, sold at her while she was in the car.
Yes. I didn't even get out. He was all the way out of the car, punching me through. The window was down this much. This man punching me like this.
then
through
her
the
dude
window.
popped him.
Here, right here,
Here.
Yes.
right here.
Based on the
So there was hold on, let me let this play real
police
quick.
narrative, they seem to believe exactly what Ms. Lewis claims happened.
Oh, and
They say
it's
Mr.
Lewis.
Moneypenny cuts her off, yells the N-word, and starts punching her in the face. She is never questioned on hitting him with the car, even though both the independent witness and Mr. Moneypenny says she did. She is also never questioned about throwing objects at his car.
Okay, here's the question. Is there a dent on that car? Because I don't see any. I don't see any damage on that car. And there's clearly no damage on the front. Like, hold on. 948. No.
Car was a grave mistake. It is later incident being routed for what is about to happen.
Good.
Yeah, there's no damage on the front.
What's going on?
And that's the car.
So she cut me off in traffic on the highway.
Like, there's literally no damage on the car. Like, the police officers can probably easily look at the car and go, like, there's no damage on it, so there's no reason to even say one or the other hit each other with the car, nor can they prove one or the other through objects. So the one logical thing to do is to focus on what happened right there. And considering, yes, she does have blood on her lip from being punched, and his shirt is ripped, and he's bleeding, like
Penny
something
cuts
just
her
does
off,
not add up.
yells the N-word, and starts punching her in the face. She is never questioned on hitting him with the car, even though both the independent witness and Mr. Moneypenny says she did.
Hold on. Go back. Because I could have sworn said independent witness said the two people who were guys were slugging, right?
On August 23rd, 2023, an independent witness called 911 to report a violent road rage incident.
Akron 911, what's the location of your emergency?
Well, these two guys were fist fighting at the intersection here,
Two guys fighting
and
at
the one
an
ran
intersection.
into the other one. Now I've got to make a left-hand turn.
Okay, two guys fighting at the intersection. What is the channel AI person saying?
Or he cut, and then he flicked her off. She's saying that
The car punching me through the window.
here.
They say Mr. Moneypenny cuts her off, yells the N-word, and starts punching her in the face. She is never questioned on hitting him with the car, even though both the independent witness and Mr. Moneypenny says she did. She is also never questioned about throwing objects at his car.
Your friend was with.
There are two conflicting stories here.
Penny says she did. She is also never questioned about throwing objects at his car. Witness and Mr. Money her in the face. She is never questioned on hitting him with the car, even
Which you can't prove. Especially in this time, especially in this weather, because more than likely that blood is probably washed off. But there should probably still be some traces of something on that windshield wiper, but we'll never know since no one wanted to press charges. So,
even though both the independent witness and Mr. Moneypenny says she did. She is also never questioned about throwing objects at his car.
Your friend was with you when this happened?
Yes.
Your boyfriend?
Yes. And we was following him because I knew he was going to.
Happened?
Yes.
Your boyfriend?
She is also never questioned about throwing objects at his car.
Your friend was with you when this happened?
Yes.
Your boyfriend?
Yes.
so she's saying the boyfriend was with her.
And we was following him because I knew he was going to drive to the police station because I saw the way he was
So he
driving.
cut you off on the expressway, is that what happened?
Yes, he cut me off on the expressway, and then he got, I crossed over to him. I crossed over to the left, and he beeped and said, beep, and then he drove past and said,
The camera on Manchester Road near 224 there, I don't know if that's accurate or not, but I know that would totally back my story. 1,000%. Oh, thank you.
So so you got a big stack right here. Wants to put some pressure on that. You feel it?
Yeah.
You trying to get here or what?
Yeah, because I called the police and she said, just come here or whatever. And I was like, all right, like, and if I did all this shit that she's saying that I did, why would I call you guys to come here? I mean, I just got all.
I mean, that's one good excuse. But then at the exact same time, if what you said was true, why would you only pressure charges on the guy that punched you, but didn't put charges on the woman that attempted to run you over with the car?
Like I said, you can look at my record. I never had any assaults, domestics, nothing. You know?
And then he's leaning. Okay, I can tell he's part of the political Zach, guys. He's leaning on the I've never done nothing wrong. I have a clean record, but I'm pretty sure the other people have some type of record. So therefore, because they have a record, therefore they're always. Therefore, I'm in the right there. He already sounds like a cultural warrior.
And all I said was, I'm calling the cops. She starts running over the car.
So where did you get out of the car? Your car?
At the light on Manchester and 224 when you go off the highway. Because she threw something at my car, hit it, and I'm like, really? So I got out of my car and said, what you gonna do? I'm like, I'm calling the cops. And I said, that's just starts.
Wait, I thought did she throw two objects? Because originally it was, I'm throwing something. Originally it was, he's in the car and he's driving away and she's chasing him. And she throws something at the car while he's on the phone with 911. Now it's...
Threw something at my car, hit it, and I'm like, really? So I got out of my car and said, what you gonna do? I'm like,
Wait, something's not right. He's explaining it as if this is before him calling 911.
So where did you get out of the car? Your car?
at the light on Manchester and 224 when you go off the highway. Because she threw something at my car, hit it, and I'm like, really? So I got out of my car and said, what you gonna do? I'm like, I'm calling the cops. And I said, yeah, just starts pulling the car forward, and when I went on top of her hood, you can see it, just got pinched in the wiper.
Wait, how does a pinch cause a what? What? How does a pinch cause you to bleed, though? Maybe he meant to say cut, maybe?
And because I'm on her hood, when I start getting off, she grabs my shirt. So I'm trying to get off and out of the wiper, so I start punching. Like, I felt like I was
Wait, wait. So how's she grabbing you while she's sitting in the car? That doesn't make any. Hold on, whoa, wait.
When I went on top of her hood, you can see it, she's got pinched in her wipers. And because I'm on her hood, when I start getting off, she grabs my shirt. So I'm trying to get off and out of the wipers, so I start punching.
How is she grabbing you if you're sliding down the windshield? 11:32. Because this woman is short as hell. Like, I don't know. Go back to the scuffle.
Ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Stop it.
This woman's short as hell. How the fuck is she grabbing you while you're on the windshield, bro? Something ain't right. Hold on.
And because I'm on her hood, when I start getting off, she grabs my shirt. So I'm trying to get off and out of the wipers, so I start punching. Like, I felt like that was necessary for defense there.
So why'd you get on her car?
Because she ran me over. Because I'm saying, like, grab off on whatever. I'm like, if her will prove it, there's no proof I got nothing on her running me over. Because I'm saying, like, grab off on whatever.
I don't know. What is he saying? Let me slow that down.
I'm like, if her will prove it, there's no proof I got nothing.
The kernel of truth? Okay, he's saying the kernel of truth.
Like, grab off on whatever. I'm like,
That's my phone with whoever.
if her will prove it, there's no proof I got nothing on her running me over.
The proof would be on her car because there'd be traces of your DNA on her car.
How did he get on the ground over there?
I do not know.
Who is the guy?
Yeah.
They told him to get down, and he did go down.
Okay.
While you're on the expressway on 77,
Yeah,
right?
I didn't-
Okay, going south. Okay.
And I didn't care about that, literally.
Yeah.
And then we stopped.
And a lot of people will say, oh, if you didn't care about it, why did you bring it up? Just like how can you bring up the race card as an excuse to validate the white person when you're telling your white collective if someone acts like one, call them.
When I was getting off the highway, I don't even know what highway it is. It was like a highway where you get off towards the right and you turn left or right. I think it's like Manchester or something.
Yes.
I was getting off the highway.
Okay.
He got out of his car and walked up to the window and said, something. Reached through the window, boom, start punching me all in my lips, punching me all in my chest, literally. That's why his shirt is ripped up. I was grabbing his shirt. He had on another brown shirt.
Now this happened in front of the BP there?
It happened somewhere around. I know it's cameras. It happened somewhere around.
How do you know there's
Because if anybody need to be in jail, it needs to be that man. So what can I do to make him go to jail?
Well, I'm going to talk to my sergeant and everything. We're going to see, most likely, yes, but I don't know about video footage. But the thing I have with your friend, your boyfriend or something, he jumped right on, which I know he's heated, but I'm there. And
right, I get that.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I understand all of that. And I told him, I didn't even see him running up. I don't think nobody did. I don't think even the officers saw Caleb coming up to do that.
Well, I was there. I was right there talking. I saw him come.
You saw him, you didn't do anything because, cops aren't, required for you. Well, cops don't have an obligation to protect you from anything, to be honest.
right up to him, and then he grabbed it, and then he boom,
I
boom.
need to know the process of what I can do to put someone else in jail that put their hands on me.
Well, we're doing that right now.
Okay. Not somebody that put their hands on me and he just not finna be out. That's exactly what he did.
Okay.
Oh, well, you don't punch no one.
You initially in front of them on Express?
Initially.
Yes.
So where'd you get cut off at?
At the expressway. I was in front. It's all one lane where it goes in from, like if you're coming from Montgomery to Barberton, it goes into one lane. Well, I'm just in the one lane. There's 10 feet in front of me. She speeds up, gets right in front of me. I had to hit my brakes. You know, and my car is actually supposed to go get new brakes and everything this week. So that's another reason I was pissed, because when I hit slam on my brakes, my car slid.
You put your middle finger up.
And so when it opened back up 2 lanes, I got over and I just...
The funny thing is, middle finger is the one thing I could.
flicked her off, called her a dumbass, and kept on going. I didn't know she was following me or anything like that until she threw something at my car.
Literally.
Now, what's that video show again that you were trying to show?
You didn't know she was following you. That doesn't make... No, that's a lie. Because in the 911 call, she's clearly following you and then throwing... Well, based on your so-called audio, she's clearly following you and throwing things at your car. But then in this one, he's saying...
Over and I just flicked her off, called her a dumbass, and kept on going. I didn't know she was following me or anything like that.
He's saying he didn't know she was following him, but that can't be the case because... Again, 23 minutes of something is missing. And we don't know that. And we don't have the full context of that.
Until she threw something at my car.
Literally.
Now, what's that video show again that you were trying to show me before?
I can't really hear the video. I couldn't get it. I was trying to record him as he was getting out the car, but he came up and he punched me. He made my iPad fall out of my hand. It's a big iPad. If it was my phone, I probably could have had it.
Right.
He punched my iPad out of my hand, so I couldn't record. Then I hurried up, and I was already on the camera and stuff, so I picked it up and I started recording.
And that's when he was leaving.
That's when he
So she was recording with the iPad, but she couldn't record with the phone.
leaving, wherever that's at. And the iPad is in the car. If y'all can figure out where that's at.
Yeah, man. I just was protecting.
I'm going to talk to her. Now, she has injury right here. I don't know about cameras out there or something.
He punched her. I was on the phone.
Right.
So he said he was... So then... Clearly he came out of another car. Because the woman's in the back. And he comes out the front. So he was not riding with her. Who the fuck is the third guy? Something ain't right here. There is a third man on the loose in terms of this story. Because he wasn't there. Because remember, the witness said 2 guys were fighting. But then the white dude and also the woman, Mr. Penny and Miss Lewis, they make it sound like the fight was purely between the both of them. And he's making it sound like he had no news of this whatsoever, and he was informed about what happened via the phone and got a ride with somebody else, which clearly he got a ride from somebody else, because if he was riding with her, he would have got her car, but he didn't. He got out of somebody else's car, got up behind him, and punched him. So this is over our driving disagreement? Yes. It's road rage, bro. It's road rage. It is clearly a road rage. That and, coupled with the political Zach guys and race relations. Yeah. That can spill over.
Right. She was coming to pick me up from work. That's the only reason I'm not just to come beat somebody up for no reason. He punched her in her mouth. You should never put your hands on no female. I was just coming to protect my...
Which both people have said that. But here's the thing: if you're going to say that, but you have to do it, best be ready to put your hands on a man. Just saying.
I agree with you. I agree with
you.
you. But you also did assault him in front of me, okay?
Right.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to her again. She wants to sign charges. But he
want to sign charges.
Well,
for putting his hands on a female, and I came to protect my female. So what would have happened if I would have put my hands on his female and he came and protected his female? He would have. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I'm just saying. Well,
comparison.
This is what I'm going to do. That's your change. Make sure you get the. I'm gonna probably let her sign charges for assault on him, and he's gonna probably sign charges for assault on you.
So that's the initial thing that they're planning to do. He's gonna put charges on the dude, Mr. Penny, and Mr. Penny's gonna put charges on Miss Lewis's boyfriend.
But he says, not that he says if he doesn't get charges pressed on him, he's not gonna press charges on you. So,
this is the part of the video I think a lot of people in the comment section are not fucking reading, because a lot of people are in the comment section going, why is the black guy not getting charged? Why does he have black privilege and black entitlement in action? Why is he not getting charged? See, black entitlement. Oh wait, that's my comment. So he just ran up, assaulted, and battered a man in front of a police officer, and he doesn't get charged. And this comment, who clearly did not watch the fucking video, has over 688 fucking likes. So let me get this straight. Everybody in the comment section is upset because the black guy is not getting charged. Because the white guy said, so long as he's not getting charged, he won't charge him. But they're saying it's black privilege. Everybody in that comment section is a white nigger.
So it's gonna tell her. I can tell her. She'll listen to what I'm saying.
Well, it's not. It's her decision.
I know, but if I just came to protect her, she's gonna listen to what I said. That's my baby mom. It's not like I'm not gonna force her to not press charges, but she will understand. She will understand. She's not gonna want me to catch her.
Well, I'm gonna tell her up there first, and then I'm gonna say that you want to talk to her. Yeah. But there's gonna be a report. Believe me. I just don't want you to think I'm not getting. We're gonna handle this.
Yeah, and I didn't want to. That's why I got on the ground. I don't want to get beat up by the police.
We're not gonna. I'm not gonna beat you. I was gonna tase you though, but
the ones that came outside, they was kneeing me and all that. But I'm not tripping on that. They doing their job, but I didn't want to get beat up or tased or nothing, so that's why I got on the ground.
Okay. All right. Let me go talk to her. Okay. All right. Thank you. He wants to talk to her, so I know what he wants. But I said I'm going to talk to her. She's going to make the decision on it, because I think that's.
She's alleged. I'll walk with you.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
She's an assault victim out on the streets, right?
Right.
They get back here. He gets back in her face, and then this guy hits him.
Yeah.
He gets in her face, and then her boyfriend hits him for getting in her face again.
Wait, what? Or is he talking about the fact that he got in her face before they got to the station?
Yeah. He gets in her face, and then her boyfriend hits him for getting in her face again.
Again? No. I think that's a moment of like miscommunication between them right there. He didn't hit Moneypenny for being in his girlfriend's face. He hit her because he clearly hit the woman. So that was a misspoke on. He misspoke.
Right.
Man, these police are trash.
Well, I'm right there, standing right there when it's all going on. You know. I tell you what, I tell you what, course.
You didn't do anything, just like how the Supreme Court told you to.
Security may be coming. I'm serious. It's getting crazy.
It's not easy out here. You know that.
Oh, I know. No.
People don't know it's on him or something.
I'm just going to tell you right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let you sign charges, but your boy, is that your boyfriend or your, okay. He wants to talk to you first because the other guy, I'm going to let him sign charges for assault on your boyfriend. Okay, happened right in front of me. But he says if he doesn't get charges signed on him, he won't press charges on your boyfriend.
That people are so damn manipulative.
And I actually agree with that. Because think about it. That doesn't make any sense. Why are you pressing charges only on the boyfriend, but you're not pressing charges on both? Especially considering the fact, keep in mind, this guy was bleeding and he needed medical attention. Why are you only pressing charges on the boyfriend, but you're not pressing charges on both of them? Particularly the one who was the female, who allegedly ran you over and caused you all that pain and strife. Based on his words, he was ran over multiple times. And he was defending himself. Any rational person in that event would more than likely press charges on someone. Like, if I was at an event like that, there ain't no olive branch. I'm pressing charges. So this is the part of the story that made me believe he lied. Because remember, we have 23 minutes. They took 23 minutes of a police call and condensed it down into 3 minutes, which means 20 minutes of police 911 recording is missing. It is missing. And if he was telling the truth, would he not stand on his truth and say, no, I'm going to press charges on both of them? I got punched in the face by her boyfriend, and I nearly lost my life to her being ran over by her car? That doesn't make any sense. And I know a lot of people in the comment section or in chat, if there was any people there, would be saying, oh, but it has something to do with DEI. Oh, well, see, here's the thing. But that doesn't make any sense. Why not take it to court? Even if it is DEI, why not take it to court? Even if it was DEI, what sense does that make to just roll over and take it? And this is why I say most people that lean on DEI in terms of this situation are white niggers. In terms of being stupid ass motherfuckers, you know. Like it just doesn't make any sense. Like why would you get ran over and be like, well, I'm just gonna press charges specifically on him? Because that seems kind of weird, because it's almost like it's a way of telling her, hey, water under the bridge unless you want me to put charges on him. Right? Right? You decide, you know. That's just, to him, he's thinking that's just one speck on my record. But then what it is to your boyfriend, you know.
It's okay. It's okay.
No. I want you. I'm telling you, and I told your boyfriend out there. I said he wants to talk to you. I said, well, I'm just telling you, it's her choice. It's not your choice. It's her choice what you want to do. Mm-hmm. But I can't just say let the other assault go.
Right, because he did. No,
but I understand. Your boyfriend said, hey, what would you do? And I said, I understand the heat of the moment and everything.
Right.
And I appreciate your boyfriend
stopping
soon, and he got down the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Right.
But then, you know, what would be the reason why she doesn't want to charge it? And I would honestly say because she more than likely doesn't want to go through the bush. Because, you know, in a way, in terms of the political spectrum, both sides think like the state is racist. the white people on the right think, you know, whites are being genocided, whites are under attack. Granted, white genocide is basically on their hand. You know, it's the same way like black people think they're being genocided by the, you know. It's like most of the white people focus too much on the Metcalf shit, you know, like black people killing or doing things to white people, which will more than likely be a small number comparative to police officers who are white, who, by statistics, kill more white people than black people, by the way. Just saying. Just saying, white niggers, if you don't want to be a white nigger, stop acting like a white nigger.
It's what you want to do. I'm doing a report regardless of everything, from the beginning all the way down here, and I'm pulling video for that was down here because we got cameras out here. So it's up to you.
Okay.
It would be used.
So with you reporting it still, what would go on, since I wouldn't be like, what would I have to do other than press
nothing, because the state is just, you know, the state. It's not
charges on some? That's the only thing you could do. I'm gonna just let it go. I was already letting it go. That's what
I know.
Not even with the charges, but I'm saying like in the car. Period. I was already letting it go when he came on the side of me saying, I already was.
And I told you that's not right.
Right. It's not right. But I was letting it go.
Especially this day and age. You could have had a gun, or he could have got shot, or he could have had a gun. Well,
he's sick.
Anybody could have had a gun at that point. Anybody could have had a gun at that point. Just saying.
And then you know when somebody wrong, we pulled up at the same time. He hurried up and get out the car before me trying to tell his story. You know how kids do. They want to go tell, no, mommy, you did it first. Because you was in the wrong. And he know he was. That man, I just want you to pull up the footage and see that I'm not going crazy. Okay. I just want you to see that. I'm only not pressing charges on this man.
Well, I'm just telling you, I don't know if there's cameras out there or not. Right. I'm losing the location of Manchester and Wilbur, close to the BP.
Yeah. That's where it was. Because that's where, in the video's at 3:19, and then when he was turning, when I was still recording him and he was getting in the car.
The video's at 3:19?
3:19 p.m.
Okay.
And we got here, we pulled up here at 3:48 p.m.
Okay.
So it wasn't at the end of the ramp?
It is at the end of the ramp, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know. It was at the end of the ramp right there, but I don't know what highway or street that is.
It's 277 west of Manchester.
Okay, yeah, that's where I was at, because wherever that was at, I was going to turn right and then turn left on Westgate.
There's no cameras there that I know of.
Well, I'm going to use Waterloo and Manchester as location.
I figured there's usually no cameras around. Actually, no, we got cameras where our fucking highway is ours.
277
west
of
Manchester. Okay.
Should I put
I just know it was by that BP. It was real close to the BP. Because right when I turned, I seen the BP and there was a Circle K right there.
Do we got the information of the guy there? You got his information? Did you take a picture of him by chance, or? But it's on video camera, right? Okay. Okay. So what do you want to do, young lady?
I'm not going to press charges on this man, and he dealing with something different in his life. God is in my life. I don't care. I'm not here to ruin nobody's life. I'm not here to send nobody to jail. But you just don't put your hands on a woman.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you.
I don't want nobody in jail. I don't want to go to jail. Shit.
Well, you're not going to jail. You'd be the last person to go.
Yeah. Like, what the heck? The most I did, that man was punching. I ripped his shirt. He had on the brown shirt, the beater he got on his rib. That's the most thing I did.
Beater, yeah.
That's all.
Where does he live? Well, does he live? Does he live in Akron?
Kenmore.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Also, like, was that like a wife beater type of I don't know. That kind of made it look like, oh, you know, he has a wife beater on and lives here, so clearly he beats.
Does he live in Akron?
Kenmore.
Oh,
Kenmore.
okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I missed that one. Whoa, hold on. Is that what is that, like a hick town or something?
Well, does he live in Akron?
Kenmore.
Kenmore. How do you spell that?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Does he live in Akron?
Kenmore.
Oh. Okay,
it doesn't pick it up. God dang it. Like, is that like a hick town or something? Because that officer made it sound like that was a hick town. Like a ding 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 kind of tone. Kimwar. No, okay, we're not going. Pulled up some kind of food. I don't know what. That is not what I said.
I'm only not pressing charges on the man, so Caleb cannot get his charges pressed on him because he didn't do anything.
I'm still gonna do a report.
Right. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Well, he did something.
Yeah, he did something,
okay,
but
I understand.
Right.
I understand. And if I would have had to tase him or something, then he would have definitely been going to jail. But
right.
He insisted. You know, I told him. I said, I'm an old guy, man. I can't be getting in the middle.
Look at that, a black guy that actually did exactly what the officer said. Isn't that what you guys wanted it? Just saying.
All this stuff.
Right.
Now.
Okay, why is this being censored? I don't understand.
They gave me this call, and I thought it was just a regular 2 reference of 10 or something like that. What's on with this dispatch? It sounded like it was a 10 ongoing.
So it sounds like I didn't see the call much, so it's kind of.
Then I didn't have the phone because I could have called 911 because I remember I felt like somebody was following me. They were like busting corners with me and everything. And I called 911 and they told me.
Come to the station.
They said drive down towards the station. So that's why I thought he called the police. Well, good for both of us because I don't have a phone. So as soon as I saw him start coming down this way by like the.
She doesn't have a phone. Wait, that doesn't make. Wait, so why is she saying she doesn't have a phone, but then she has an iPad? Cause I'm pretty sure you can make phone calls on those iPads. There is so much fucking information missing out of this. I have no idea.
The flower wall and stuff. I said, oh, great.
And of course, it's pouring down rain.
Right, exactly. Of course. But
because originally she said she went for her iPad. She would have went for her phone, but she went for her iPad to record the guy. Now she's saying she doesn't have her. Wait, what? She doesn't have her phone. She doesn't have her phone, but that doesn't mean she doesn't have a device that is incapable of calling individuals. She has a phone, but she has an iPad. So that's the one thing I was saying in the comment section. Just because she doesn't have a phone doesn't mean she's a liar, because a lot of people in the comment section are hinging on the idea because she doesn't have a phone, and she said she called the police, but she didn't call the police, therefore she's lying, therefore she should be in jail and the boyfriend should be in jail simply because she's lying. And I'm sitting here going, that doesn't change the story in the slightest, because even if she doesn't have a phone, that doesn't mean there are other ways of being able to communicate with people long distance, such as the iPad, which is capable of communicating with people from long distance. So she's not lying.
Happening around
right.
3.
And this is an instance of a lie not changing the narrative. And it seems like a lot of people on the right have gotten so fed up lying that in the event that a person lies and it doesn't really change the overarching narrative of the story, that's somehow enough of a reason to throw a person in. Like, this is where we are right now, people. This is where we are. We have people listening to narratives. They're not listening to the narrative. And they're cherry picking what they want to say in order for them to substantiate their political worldview of white person innocent, white person always innocent. This is where we are. And this is why I said earlier in the beginning, just because you side with these people in terms of this black fatigue movement, and yes, it is a movement, we're not going to do that. But where's the George Floyds, and where's the marching, and where's the burning bit? I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Stop making false comparisons, people. A movement doesn't always involve burning buildings. The fact that you think a movement involves that all the time says a lot about you. But for some reason, a lot of people want to gravitate to that in the comment section.
16, 317, because I got the video at 319.
Okay.
So it happened that late. And he even had me, that's the only thing that made me mad. This man, he could have killed me. He had me going, he got out of the car, but the light is green and the red truck is coming. But the car is turned this way, the street is going this way, my car is turned this way in front of a red truck that's coming, and I'm in the median, in the grass over there. He got me all the way over there. He just, Caleb was there.
Caleb with you the whole time this happened? Or?
No, I was going to pick Caleb up from work, got him, and then that's when all that happened.
But he was in the car when you got assaulted, right?
No, Caleb wasn't in the car. Caleb wasn't in the car when I got assaulted.
So where
he was right. No, not when I got assaulted. I picked him up. He was still going to work.
Okay.
I grabbed him on the way.
Okay.
Because we were both going to come down here.
Miss Lewis claims she picked up her baby daddy.
Okay, so this is the part that kind of confuses me right here. If she picked him up, how the fuck did he not come from the car that she was?
Caleb on the way to the police station. But this is later contradicted by Caleb, who claims Ms. Lewis told him she was punched and immediately grabbed a ride from a friend at work and gave her directions to follow and not let Mr. Moneypenny get away so he could catch up.
So you weren't.
But then there's also a contradiction with Mr. Moneypenny and the independent witness who said it was two dudes fighting at the interstate, but then when he stops with the police officer, he's saying him and her are purely the ones that are fighting. And he completely obfuscates the idea that there was a third person within the altercation. So this is a clear case of both sides being niggers.
So when you
in terms of being a dumbass
on a highway and you got cut off, Caleb wasn't in there.
No.
And then after this assault, you went and picked him up? He was close by or something?
Yeah, he was already close by. He was already running. I said, somebody just hit me. And he was already walking down the street because the street is so long that it's cut off down there. So he always walk to the end of Westgate and I'll pick him up at the street, turn around, and then we go towards Manchester.
Okay.
So that's how that happened.
Okay.
I was already on my way to pick him up. This happened 2 minutes away from where I was picking him up at.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. He was already just around. It's not like I called him and said, hey, come on all the way from the east side to come do it. No, me and him were already close.
Well before.
Based on the direction Caleb approaches when punching Mr. Moneypenny, Ms. Lewis's story is probably fabricated and Caleb was in a different car like he claims he was.
No, I got it. I'm going to try.
Yeah, like more than likely he was in a different car based on where he came from.
Tomorrow.
But like that doesn't make any sense. Like I'm trying to figure that out. Because both sides are lying in terms of who was in this woman's car. She's saying he was already in the car, but he wasn't. The witness says two males were fighting each other. But then when they show at the police station, it's a male and a female. Both sides are clearly lying here.
Because I'm going to my retirement seminar tonight.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Well,
You about to retire?
well, about a year or so. Could be sooner after this.
I mean, dude's trying to protect his pension. He's like, look, I ain't gonna lose that shit over some fucking bullshit because some jackass said nigger, you know? He's like, I'm right around the corner. Look, buddy. You on your own, okay? whether you one of them country hicks or an Aryan, you one of your own, all right? You on your own.
Well, we can take. Did they get him out of the cruiser? Is
He's
he ready?
gone. He's gone.
I mean the other.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll walk you out.
Well, they about to get wet again. Let me just keep this.
Yeah, I was on the phone. I seen her right here.
There's a trash can there.
And I just took off.
Well, like I said, I thought this was to reference a 10. Here you go, man. Hey, here's my name.
Okay.
And there's the report number, okay? And
So what do I do? So what do I do after this? Since it's not no charges or nothing, this is just a report.
it's going
It's
to
going to be documented.
document it.
It's going to be documented.
Oh, okay.
So in case something happens and he says that, I mean, it's documented.
Okay.
Police were going to allow Ms. Lewis to press assault charges on Mr. Moneypenny, so he agreed to drop the assault charges on her baby daddy if there was no charges on him. Who do you really think was doing the manipulation here?
Yeah, you're free to
Clearly both sides. Hell, even the witness was trying to manipulate something because he said two guys were fighting at the intersection. And clearly there were not two guys. Like, to be honest, there is so much misinformation between the both of them. There, you really cannot make a solid look.
go. There's going to be a report made of the whole incident, okay?
Okay.
So nobody's going to get a report
Made of the whole incident.
made of the whole incident, okay?
Okay.
So nobody's going to get charged with anything, all right?
All right.
Just, if somebody cuts you off, forget about road rage, all right? It's not worth it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm.
Just let it go, you know? It's not worth it.
I get. Oh, but let me ask you, because you're probably the most seniority officer here.
And this is the part where he turns into a Karen.
Because I've always, like I tell him, I've never been one to hit women. I would never believe a man should strike a woman. But be honest with me. But she was running me over with the car and said, was I wrong to strike back?
Well, we don't know if she took off as you were punching her.
Because they don't have everything. They don't have any proof. And you don't have it. But for some reason, you keep trying to get some form of affirmation from the police officer to affirm that you were in the right for being ran over by a car and being able to punch her. Which sounds suspicious, compounded on the fact that you didn't charge her, but you charged the boyfriend. Which would imply, yes, you were indefinitely more than likely in the wrong. Which makes you even more suspicious. And considering what that officer said about you being a wife beater in a certain part of town, I don't know, you're already incriminated there, buddy. You're already incriminated.
Oh no, she hit me with the car 2 or 3 times before I even hit her. And I didn't even hit her till I was actually stuck up there. And hit me with the car 2 or 3 times.
She hit me with the car 2 or 3 times. Okay, if someone's gonna hit you with a car 2 or 3 times, why are you not pressing charges? Again, that is like the most weirdest interaction I have ever fucking seen. Someone gets hit a car 2 or 3 times, and they're like, I don't want to press charges. Really now? Really?
Before I even hit her. And I didn't even hit her till I was actually stuck up there, and my finger got stuck in the wiper. When I slid off the side, she got my, as you can tell, she grabbed this and was pulling it, and I just started.
Okay, so you slid off the side of the car, but for somehow, back then you said you slid down the windshield and your finger got caught in the wiper and it got pinched. And he keeps changing his story up. Like, both sides keep changing their fucking story up. And then, like, most people in the comment section, I've only found like 3 people that have like my view. They keep changing up the story, but like people in the comment section keep saying that the black person keeps changing up her, Miss Lewis keeps changing up her story, so therefore she's lying, therefore he's telling the truth. But this man has been changing up the story the entire time. Even the witness told a lie.
What else am I supposed to do at that point?
I mean, you gotta defend yourself. But
that's what like I said, I've never had any.
Well, based on what he's saying, he has to defend himself. You're not sure of that. But no charges are being.
Assault, domestics, nothing like anything.
But
I don't know, what was it?
Like I said, I've never had any assault, any domestics, nothing like anything.
the only thing that would have solved it is driving right past them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and after I flicked her off, that's what I was doing. I didn't even know she was following me till something hit my car.
But then you got off.
Yeah, see, I'm calling the cops.
Well,
And then she's like, once she see her cops, she started running me over.
Okay.
I think what he's trying to say is, and even if he was following you, don't stop and get out of the car.
Exactly. Don't stop and get out of the car. Like, the thing is, like I said, road rage. Road rage makes even white people turn into a nigger, man. White people aren't immune to that now. You guys are not immune to that. Even you can turn into a nigger. Which you just did.
We was at the red light at the highway and she threw something at my car.
Yeah, I mean, I was just...
You listen to the news.
Called right then and just kept driving. Like, you did the station, but...
Too much shit going on in society.
No, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. She
People
could have been
getting
10
shot.
times crazier, pulled out a gun or something. You ain't wrong.
Alright, you're good to go.
Alright. Oh, shit. Well, thank you, officer. Sorry,
No,
no,
you got blood on you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, shit, my car's still running. Alright.
Alrighty.
I'll see you guys.
Alright.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
They already explained everything to you?
Yeah.
You're not going to have any charges pressed on you. We're going to do a report right now.
Alright.
No charges on him either for hitting the girl. So,
Yeah.
but it's the report's going to document everything that happened. You complying with us when that happened went a long way, right? So we appreciate that.
I ain't trying to. I was just trying to handle that because you know, just like anybody else would. You know, protect your female.
She had an incident with him. She came and picked you up, and then he followed her still, or
no?
How'd that happen?
She was picking me up from work, and he punched her in her mouth, and she said, "He just hit me." I said, "Follow him. Don't let him go." He followed her. She followed him all the way here, and somebody from work gave me a ride here. And when I
Yeah, he's saying someone from work gave me a ride there, but then she's saying she picked him up. Like, this story is all over the fucking place. I cannot take a side.
I seen him right there. I said, "What is you talking to the police for? You wasn't talking to the police when you just punched her in her mouth." And I punched him. I'm wrong for that. I should never did that in front of the police, but you don't put your hands on no female. I can see if it was a dude in the car talking mess and then you came up and punched the dude. That's a...
Well, according to that witness, there were two dudes.
female. She in the car by herself.
Look, we agree with you on that.
Right.
And just be square with me on this.
Right.
Do you feel, seeing the condition that he's in, seeing that you got a scratch on your finger?
Yeah, I'm good.
He definitely
got
the
this.
worst
Yeah, he
end,
got
right?
what he deserved. You should never put that. That's what happened when you put your hands on a female. Anybody would have did that.
I won't disagree with that, okay?
All right, you're good.
You're good to go. She'll be coming out here in a
She'll be
second.
out.
All right. Thanks for sticking around, guys. Thank you very much.
Wow. That was a big fuck. And like I said, you can go into the comment sections of this video and it is just clear racial bias of the Black Fatigue Movement, aka BLM, aka agree with us 100% of the way or you're one of them. And I said it before and I'll say it again because I know Jay did a video about Black Fatigue. He's like, yeah, I'm tired of niggas too. I understand how y'all feel. I'm like, no, Jay. And when I say Jay, I mean Jay the concept. This guy. He's a cool guy. I'm like, no, I don't think you understand what that is, Jay. But I don't think he's stupid. I think he understands what he's getting into. I just hope he realizes when he sees a situation that his audience wants to talk about, and they're saying the white guy is in the right, the black person's in the wrong, and then he looks at it, and the black person's actually in the right, but the white person's wrong, even if there are stereotypes within the video, just like my video. I'm sure he knows if he takes the side of his opinion of what he actually sees and he takes the side of the black person, he knows he's going to piss off a lot of people in his audience. And I don't think he's dumb. I know, like, me and him are pretty much on the same wavelength on a lot of things. So I'm pretty damn well sure he understands the social behavioral expectations of getting behind something like black fatigue. Because the second you start disagreeing with these motherfuckers, you're over there. Not here. You're all the way the fuck over there. And by all the way the fuck over there, they don't mean Marxists. They don't mean socialists. They don't mean communists. They mean you are a nigger. It was the exact same thing that happened to me about a couple of years back with Aristocratic Utensil, which was another anti-woke channel, as they were talking about another video of a black person doing something stupid. I brought up Marxist ideology is what poisoned our educational system, which it did, and this is why these people act like that. His audience bombarded my fucking comment saying, no, it has nothing to do with ideology. It has everything to do with the fact that their behaviors are purely genetic, which is a white nationalist viewpoint. I want you to understand what I'm not saying all of them, because I am clearly making a distinction between the two. And that distinction is those who do not understand what woke is and those who do understand what woke is. Those who do not understand what woke is, which is Marxist, cultural Marxism, socialism, communism, seizing the means of production and the control of the free market, the abolition of consent and private property, the hatred of capitalism and Jews, just for simply being Jewish. I am not talking about those people, but the people who don't know that, I am definitely talking about. I am only talking about the people who are ill-informed and do not understand the political ideologies of wokeism, which is basically the same ideology that has inspired Hitler, Mao, Mussolini, Antonio Gramsci, Pol Pot. The whole list goes on. Like Asmigel said before, I don't believe in black fatigue, I believe in bitch fatigue. Exactly. Like, I agree. Like, Asmigel does make a lot of good points. I mean, yeah, he kind of flaked on the whole Hamas thing, but I'm not going to hold that against them. Just to say, like, oh. Like, yeah, he had one bad. And he didn't stand. But yeah, it's like what Asmigel said. It's not black fatigue, it's bitch fatigue. Because they want you to say it's. So then, you know, they can start whispering white nationalist praxis in your head, telling you, run away, save yourselves, move away. Well, hate to break it to you, but last I checked, most white people in the society are broke as fuck. Not in terms of not doing anything, but in terms of, you know, the state robbing their opportunity. Well, not just their opportunity, but anyone who is white adjacent, you know. And by white adjacent, I mean capitalist minded, Zionist minded, where they show the work up on time, where they better their craft in order for them to deliver the highest quality to their consumer base. Their opportunities are also being as well. And I even told one of the guys in that comment section, and he responded to me too. Actually, hold on, let me show you that comment. He responded to me too. Oh wait, he responded back in. Stop an attacker. Oh wait, hold on. Let me see what this motherfucker said. Stopping an attacker from attacking a victim while they stand 2 feet from him. Not the brightest bulb in the tree. If you needed that explained. Again. Police officers are not required by law of the Supreme Court to protect you. Plus, his retirement was around the corner. He was not going to throw away that money for some he said, she said. I even offered you to come to my stream that is on right now to debate me on this. You're chickening out. Ooh, Jesus. Have anything to stand on. And I'm going to give him 15 minutes to get in here. I said again, police officers are not required by law by the Supreme Court to protect you. Plus, his retirement was around the corner. He was not going to throw away his money for some he said, she said. I even offered you to come to my stream, which, let me show that comment. Where did I say that? See, bunch of boy. Your comment clearly shows you want the cops to specifically target one side, but he won't say it because if he says it, he'll be accused of being racist. What happened to my comment? I could have sworn to put. Oh wait, it's probably under new comments. Yeah, that's not. So we're gonna sit right here for a couple of minutes. Let's say 15. I'll give him until 2:25 to show up here. Show his bitch ass up here. If he doesn't show up, he has forfeited any and all rights to say that he is right. So what do you guys think? What do you think, Jerry? Like, what do you think of that whole scenario right there? Let's see. And he ain't got nothing to worry about. Only just one person. Yeah, like he gonna get swarmed. And that goes to show you. Despite the fact that he think he stands on truth, he can't. He can't stand on it. He can't defend it. But what he's saying is a truth somehow. Don't know how that works. I really do not know how that works. But yeah. Just waiting for him to show up. So oh, I've been trying to get this I got a PlayStation 3 emulator. And I found me Army of Two. I don't know if you guys actually remember that one. Excuse me. That was a real, and I forgot Army of Two was made by EA. I was like, yo, EA made this? Like, what the fuck happened, bro? What the fuck happened? Jesus. And I was playing it and everything was going great. Well, at first when I first ran it, the skybox was just all fucking like bright as hell. It was almost like Helios was in the fucking sky at that point. I could barely see shit. But you know, I looked up a video on how to like, you know, set your emulation settings and set those up. And everything was running smooth. And then for some reason, when I get to the second level where you're like coming down on the parachute and you have to snipe off the tail end of that helicopter to kill the person that's trying to escape. For some reason, that part just started slowing the fuck down. Like everything was just slow motion. Like what the hell? Like even when I touch down to the ground and I'm doing like, you know, the back to back and I'm shooting all the terrorists coming at me, it's like it's all like even the slow motion and back to back is even slower than that. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? I gotta look at that. Army of Two, I've never heard of that game. Army of Two, like it's a really good shooter. Like, hold on. Like I'm surprised. But then again, you know, it's an EA game, so I'm not too surprised people didn't like know about it. But it's a really good game. Like, I want a like it's a really good game. Like if you're looking for a really good couch co-op game, this is a really good couch co-op game.
Building. We need to secure the marketplace so Dalton can.
Such an asshole. I know. I tried to tell him before, but he
Like,
wasn't having any of it.
Man,
like
that's what
Resident
sucks
Evil
about
5,
the
it's
Army.
like the
We don't
same
get to choose what missions we go on or who we work with. We just have to follow orders.
Are you just now figuring this out?
You two should use synchronous snipe to take out that gas tank.
And you can do a lot of things with the AI partner.
Yeah, we learned about that.
Like you can do synchro snipes, you can trade weapons, or you can just shoot it yourself. But you can have like it's basically a first-person shooter. That's based on an aggro system. And that aggro system, like, if you shoot the most with, like, the most heaviest gun, you attract the most attention, and your partner can actually sneak around and shoot at those people and pick them off, and vice versa. So it's a really interesting mechanic. You can barely shoot him. But your AI partner is kind of okay, but you know, sometimes your AI partner can be doing some killing. But then again, you know, once you upgrade your weapons and everything, you handle like really competent weapons, AI can actually get some kills. Like, this is a really good game. And this was back when the PS3 came out with Dark Sector and Metal Gear Solid 4. Like, me and my friends were playing this like almost every time we got through our classes in college. Which is go back to the dorm. You can even pimp out your guns to make like gold plated and stuff, and it's really fun. Like, if you're just looking for a brainless shooter with some co-op mechanics to it, this is one of those types of games you really do need to play. Yeah. And then obviously that guy's the big. Yeah. And then later on, you know, you get through their story and you can they were more than just that original RTC bullshit. Like, they even got like killer masks, body armor. You can even deck out the body armor too. And their mask often you can even decorate their masks too, so it's really fun. A lot of customization options. I'm trying to get the 60 frames per second to actually work. And I think that may have been the issue of why that game wasn't working when I was running it. And then you have certain objectives to do in order for you to actually get like money. You can do the main objective, or you can do many side objectives to that main objective to stock up on even more money, so you can buy upgrades, buy weapons, customize your weapons, your armor, your mask, stuff like that. And it's a straightforward shooter, so it's not like you're gaining ability points or anything like that. And if you do this on the hardest difficulty, trust me, you will get your teeth kicked in. Oh, I forgot about that. You could also feign death. But you can't do it too often, otherwise they'll catch on and still just keep shooting you. I forgot you can do that. And you can also do takedowns. So it's not purely just a shooter. And see, your AI partner is really competent. He stole your fucking kill. Bro, to your right. Right, you're right. You're right. That's kind of typical. Oh, don't restart. He could have easily saved you. I think in that scenario, he could have easily saved him. I think he's using the... What is that? I think he's using like a silencer with the SMG. Like, I know you're not trying to snipe with that. The problem is he's not doing it right. He's... Despite the fact that he's telling his partner, AI partner, to go forward and pause the aggro, he's not letting him do it. He's actually doing the aggro himself. You're supposed to let him get the aggro first, and then it also depends on what type of weapon he has. Like if he's not equipped with like a really heavy machine gun or something like that, they're always going to be looking at him, despite the fact that he has a submachine gun with a silencer. But yeah, if you got a really powerful PC, like get yourself a PS3 emulator, get the iOS for this, and it's all really fun. Of course, you got to have the right settings on and everything, but. Yeah, like here he is with like a machine gun. I think they got shotguns, machine guns, sniper rifles, handguns, magnums, AK-47, your typical rifles like AK-47, stuff like that. Oh, he's got that thing fully upgraded, I think. That's why he's got that. That's why he's got all those balls that he's running out there. I don't know, maybe because you're out in the open and your buddy here is not like getting. Bro is just pushing buttons. Got your ass. was like, you gotta take him off aggro.
You're okay, man. You're gonna be fine.
It's 2:22. Our friend hasn't came in yet. Mr. Truth hasn't stood in here and spoke his truth. Wonder why. It's coming out one side of my ear. Is that just this video? Oh, there you go. Probably this cord. I really gotta get this cord. I don't know what it is. It's like these fucking headphone cords always like the left always dies out, the right always stays like intact. I don't understand why that is. There we go. I don't know why it does that. That's so weird.
Okay, guys, here's how the lock works. Head up top and open the floodgate. Then drive the hovercraft inside the chamber. Once the floodgate is closed, you can fill the lock with water. Once it's full, open the second floodgate and you're out. You got all that?
I wonder what Fabian said. I forgot what that one was too. I think it's one of his shorts. You got 5 more minutes to come in here and stand on quote unquote truth. TM. Nah, I'm just better. Got 5 more minutes to come in here and stand on truth. Trademark Mr. T colon Dovich 2996. You got 5 more motherfucking minutes. And then I'm gonna get dressed. I'm gonna pick up my nieces and nephew, and we're gonna go to. Thinking about going to Barnes and Nobles. I want to pick up Thomas Sowell's book on basics economics. I want to read that one. And the graphics are really good. That water is so man. Really? You could have easily shot this guy. I'll take it back. AI can be a little bit dipsy sometimes. I think he has to be over there, and then he goes switch. That's why I'm glad I actually streamed a lot earlier. Because I was hoping that motherfucker actually... I was hoping at least a couple of those motherfuckers would respond. I'd be like, great, bring your bitch ass in this fucking stream. Let's debate. That didn't do shit. Wait, did it? That was smoking. Pretty sure it's gonna sooner or later blow the fuck up, I guess. I don't know. I don't think you can blow that up. It's kind of lame. Oh no, I think you were supposed to take that out because they lost like $10,000. Take down the helicopter. Yep, you were supposed to take down the helicopter. So it just took a lot more. You just didn't want to do it. God, this game is so fun. Man, me and my boy Cardera, well, former friend, we ended up breaking up in terms of politics. And my old college buddy, Robert, man. God, those are old days, man. I miss those days so much. Missed them so goddamn much.
We just got set up to kill a U.S. senator. Our careers are over, and we're in a life and death situation. Why are you asking me this shit right now?
A lot of people say it's the RZA, but I got a lot of space Killa, and so, actually, I don't think I ever heard the You Got album. Did you hear that?
Will you shut up with this stupid bullshit and let me think?
Chill, man. I get it. We're both under a lot of pressure. You cope your way, I talk with Tech.
If you don't shut the hell up, you'll get to cope with my foot up your ass.
I like Wu-Tang. Got him. Oh, 2:30. So-called truth didn't want to come into my motherfucking stream, thinking, I don't know. Mr. So-called AKA Truth, Mr. AKA T's colon Dovich 2996. Funny, the only way he can stand on truth is if he's surrounded by his white collective counterparts in order for him to boast said truth. But when it's time for him to speak on said truth, he can't stand on it by himself. So what kind of truth is that? You see me talking, and you see me in the comment sections, right? Going against everything they're saying, right? With only like what, 3 other people in the comment section saying the exact same thing I'm saying. He can talk all this shit in the comment section. He can talk all that shit knowing damn well his white collective is in that thread for him to like bomb his fucking comments so he doesn't have to say anything. But then when it's time for these types of people to speak, they said so-called truth, they can't do it. Not by themselves, they have to do it in the form of a kangaroo fucking court. Let me see what Fabian said. Oh yeah, this was my comment on the whole fucking SB 20 Texas bill. I'd argue it's probably worse because they defang socialist policies, redundancies, and red tape to make their corporate friends rich, and then Democrats claim the only reason their socialism failed is because it wasn't socialist enough. Yeah. Like, I want to say we're okay with the whole SB Texas 20 thing, but Fabian's a lot more Fabian Liberty. This guy right here. Also, I recommend him. He's pretty. This is where I get all my anarcho-capitalism positions from. I learned a lot from him. I learned most of my socialism from actual socialists. Like, I actually go to like Shoe on Head or Short Fat Otaku. I know Short Fat Otaku goes through a lot of drama, but disregard that and just specifically look at his philosophy videos, and he does a really good job on it. So that's something I have to give him at least credit. I know a lot of people don't like Short Fat Otaku, but I have to give him some credit. Yeah. Man, I was kind of upset. I was hoping old boy would come in the comment section and start, spitting some, facts and logic. And I didn't get that. Unfortunately. He'll probably come in later on when the stream's over, leave a comment so he doesn't get gangbanged. And at that point, I'll just fucking delete his comment. Because I gave him a chance to come in here to, debate me on this. Like, he doesn't have to, like, call me on Skype or anything. He can be in the chat. But he don't want to do it. So, hey, look how fragile said white collective truth really is, As a unit, they feel like they can say whatever the hell they want, but you get these motherfuckers by themselves, they're dead. Dead. Like, those videos where they'll go to like a woke person that's like having an interview with somebody, and like the interviewer will like ask them a question and they can't really answer it. Yeah, that's that guy. That's exactly what that motherfucker would actually end up being. And rather he's on a cell phone or a laptop, he can, in fact, quite come into this fucking stream and say something, but he doesn't want to say anything. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't have to say I won because your actions are not coming in this motherfucking stream and saying something that pretty much tells me everything I need to know. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign out, people. I got some plans. Oh shit! Why is it so fucking great? I got some. Let me. Hold on. Wait. That's a little. I am so sorry for punishing your eyes like that, guys. I'm going to go ahead and sign on out. Got some plans with my niece and nephew today. Gotta buy me a book on Thomas Sowell's Basics of Economics. Been meaning to read up on that. Also need to finish reading the White Liberals, Black Rednecks book. I stopped in the section of the truth of slavery. I really do need to catch up. Thank you, Jay. Thank you. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys later. Till then, take care, be safe, have a great Saturday. It's crazy out there, guys, but remember, there ain't no excuse to be a nigger. Even if you're black and white, or white, there's no excuse for you to be a nigger. Have a good one.